Welcome everyone, this is Coaching in Session. My name is Michael Rearden and I will be your mindset coach today. And today we're going to be talking all about motivation in my most recent blog, Riding the Motivation Wave, Your Journey to Discipline and Success. This blog is going to be in the description box below. You can easily click it, head over to the website, read it, and begin to apply this in your life today. Because motivation is something different when it comes in your life. It's not simply, I'm going to do this and you do it. Sometimes you're not going to be motivated to do things. For example, the other day, I think I had to go to the gym and I was just exhausted. I was like pushing 16, 20-hour days, not much sleep. And I was like, I'm exhausted. I need to go home and sleep. Sometimes I do go to sleep and then I still go to the gym, mandatory 5 days a week. I was like, I don't feel motivated to go to the gym. But I said, am I going to feel motivated later? I said, no, I know me. I need to get this done now because I'm going to be too busy later. And sure enough, I was busy later that day. I'm so happy I went to the gym in the morning, but I wasn't motivated because I woke up, I was just tired. Yeah, I understand I wasn't getting enough sleep. I understand that life can be busy, especially when you're running a business. You have a family, you got to juggle everything, but you make ends meet. Motivation might not be there, but discipline will always be there. Habits can make it very easy to be disciplined and the success ensues. I'm not in shape because I decide to go to the gym sometimes. I'm in shape because I decide to go to the gym 5 days out of the week or plus 5 days out of the week. I like to go walking and stuff on the weekends if I can. Depending on my schedule, sometimes I'm just booked solid. There's no time. I understand that I'm going to have to do something different. In between meetings, go hang out with the family, get my juice, right? Whatever. Find a way to boost myself up. If I'm having a hard time motivating myself, I look at alternative methods, motivational speeches, blogs like this to give me my boost because we always can't wait for a New Year's resolution to take action and become motivated. So we do have to look at how we can become more motivated in our day. So let's take a look at that blog and begin to look at what motivates us maybe. All right, everyone, if you're new to the channel or the podcast, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and to share the video and our audio to help build a community of like-minded individuals with a growth mindset. And if you are a long-time listener, viewer, thank you for your support. Truly appreciate it. Now, when we get into motivation, the wave of motivation, we have to look at, well, what truly motivation is. Motivation is going to be a temporary boost in your actions and what you can and are willing to do. Many people are motivated on the onset of something new into their life. This could be many different things. You're motivated for a new job, a new position. You could be motivated for a new year. You could be motivated because you have a new family member in your life, a new marriage, a new relationship, whatever it be. Something new can create a higher level of motivation. So in the beginning of relationships, this is where relationships have a hard time later in life. They do all of these wonderful things. They go bowling, they go to the movies, they go salsa dancing, but then somewhere in marriage, we become complacent. They become complacent. They are no longer motivated to do the things that woo the other individual. They just said, well, we're so busy with family and work, and that's their excuse to not do the things that they used to do. But yet, what happens at that point, the things that brought them together are going to inevitably be the things that bring them apart because they're not doing the things that were the glue for the relationship. I'm not saying you need to be motivated to go dancing every weekend, but you need to be motivated to be a part of the relationship. You need to be motivated to be the best employee you can be, or the best CEO, the best boss you can be, or the best sibling you can be, or the best child you could be. Whatever your role is or whatever you want to be better at, how can you be motivated to be better? Sometimes you might not be motivated some days to be better. You might say, well, today is not going to be a day where I'm pushing for better. Today is going to be a day where I'm just trying to maintain. And maybe you maintain, and I always recommend going at least 0.00001 more than what you could. Grow a little bit every single day. It doesn't have to be significant, but it has to be meaningful. Because on the days when you don't feel like you're motivated and you do it, oh boy, something amazing happens in your mindset. When you don't feel like going to the gym and you do, your mind is going to say, this person means business. I'm not going to get in their way anymore. And you're going to find that you're going to have less pushback on your mind because you're more motivated and you're more disciplined. You create the habits and the systems in your life to do the things that you don't feel like doing sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. I still go. Sometimes I don't feel like going on date night. I still go. Sometimes I don't feel like meeting with clients or doing podcast episodes. I still do it just because I'm tired or just because I'm so busy or I'm so maybe overwhelmed with everything. It's like, I got to do this. I got to do this. This person needs me. This person needs me. And it's just like, I need a break. But yet I thrive in this chaos. It's like, like a plant does well in good soil. Give me chaos, I'm going to grow. Give me adversity, I'm going to push through it. Sometimes people, when they hit a roadblock or a hard moment, the motivation kind of wavers and tapers away. But there's different things that you can do when it comes to motivation to take more action. I write about it in the blog. What I will say as a quick tip, and then at the end of this, stay tuned. I'm going to give you some practical tips that you can take away and learn how to be more motivated. Of course, how to use motivation even better than what I'm going to be talking about today. But the practical tip, the first one that I want to share with you, is that motivation is going to be the key, not so much the vehicle. Okay? It's going to be the start. It's going to give you the momentum. You just have to know how to use it effectively. And then you also have to know what motivates you. With that being said, I want to get into the description of what motivates you, how to find it. And then I'm going to be giving you those tips so you can apply it in your life to create the discipline, the habits, and then the success that you're looking for. The most important thing when it comes to motivation is you have to understand how it forms and what motivates you. How motivation forms is typically going to be on the onset of something new. Science and studies have proven this again and again. When you have something new in your life, you are more prone and likely to be motivated to take action. For example, New Year's resolutions. Why do you think everyone goes to the gym on New Year's Day, right? Or New Year's month, right? Because they're so motivated. They gave themselves a new focus in their mind. Now, when it comes to the mind, looking at when it can take motivation or use motivation, it happens on the onset of something new, as I said. This happens because it's easier for the mind to start something new than it is to continue something that requires a lot of work. For example, I want you to start writing a book today. You might say, sure, I'm going to start writing a book. You start writing the book and then you stop writing the book. Maybe in a month, I'm going to ask you, hey, I want you to continue writing that book. You're going to be like, I don't know if I can. I tried already. That's motivation. It's easy to start something that's new, but it's hard to finish something that's difficult. When you are having a hard time with motivation, you have to give yourself a mindset of this is new. This is something that I should be looking at. Here at Reven Concepts, we have a motivational video series called Motivation in Motion. If you're interested in watching any of our motivational videos, they come out Tuesdays and on Thursdays when we're in season. We have 3 seasons a year. We start in January. It goes for about 3 months. We have a month off. Then we have the next season, month off, the next season, then the break. During the months that there is no motivation in motion coming out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have the promo video come out and we promote that one promo video throughout the month. You are learning about what we're going to be talking about and focusing on in that season. So if you are new to the YouTube channel, you don't know anything about it, and you want some motivational videos, watch some of the promo videos to see if you want to watch this season. Because the seasons offer a different mindset. It's almost like a TOS where we start very small and then we build up to more disciplined mindsets that can be a little bit more intricate. If you don't have a coach, it could be difficult sometimes. It could be overwhelming sometimes. But if you watch a promo video, you can probably get a good gist of what we're going to be talking about. Listen to some of those videos and you're going to find just what motivation can do for you. So powerful. I love listening to the motivational videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. I love creating them. Probably one of my most favorite things to do. The podcast is coming next. Short, sweet, to the point motivation should be. And that's what these videos are. And this blog is going to be the same. It's going to be helping you understand Well, motivation is this. It's going to be helping me start something new, something I want to accomplish. But how do I stay motivated when I don't want to be motivated? Well, this is where discipline comes in. If I don't feel like going to the gym, I still go to the gym. You might say, well, emotional intelligence, Michael, or self-care, self-compassion, Michael, you need to listen to your body. Well, my body better listen to me. All right. I am the master of this body. I'm the master of my mind. Yet many people allow their body to feel the way it wants to feel that day, and they allow their mind to run rampant and not focused on what they want and they truly want to attain. This is where people suffer. People think that they're going to be happy if they just live in pleasure. But happiness does not need pleasure to be there. I'm maybe even the happiest when I'm on the Stairmaster and I'm huffing and I'm puffing and I think I'm going to pass out. Many people are going to say, okay, I'm some type of sick freak, or I'm, masochist or whatever they are, like people who like pain. It's not about pain, it's about discipline. Because I said, maybe I didn't want to go to the gym that day. There's also an aspect to mindset when it comes to working out and eating healthy and stuff like that. I don't recommend it for weak individuals, weak-minded individuals, because you might think it's too much. For the people who are hardcore, it can be a great tool. The tool is this. If you do something, let's say like commit to going to the gym, but you don't want to go, you need to give yourself a consequence. People are like, why do I have to give myself a punishment or a consequence because I didn't feel like going to the gym or because I was too busy to go to the gym? To be honest, that's just an excuse. There's 24 hours in a day. You could have went to the gym. Hell, I don't even care if you went into the gym, walked in and walked out. You go to the gym, you build a habit. Now, ideally, I would like you to work out, but we need the habit to start. The consequence doesn't have to be crazy. For example, let's say politics. It could be a great example. Maybe you love Biden. Maybe you hate Trump, or vice versa. You love Trump, you hate Biden. What you should do as a consequence if you don't go to the gym is you're going to give a donation to the party you don't like. So if you're a Biden supporter, you're going to donate maybe $50 to the Trump organization. Vice versa, if you like Trump and you don't like Biden, you're going to donate $50 to the Biden organization. Now, every single time you don't go to the gym, you're supporting your enemy or you're supporting someone you don't want to support. Psychologically, that does a lot to the brain. It's like, listen, I need to do this. It's almost like skin in the game. When people come and they sign up for coaching, they're more prone to do their work and do good because they paid me. I understand it can be a little bit expensive for some people, and I understand the economy can be very difficult, but you get so much more from the investment. For example, success story. I think people like success stories and testimonials and stuff, but I typically like to keep it private because it's like, hey, just because someone else succeeded, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen the same way for you, right? Because your journey is different. However, I'm going to just share this one because it is about motivation. It is about the aspect of growth and investing in yourself. Motivation can be that. I had a client, she's, wanted to lose some weight. She wanted to change her career and all of this stuff. And I was like, well, let's focus on one, right? What makes us very different from other coaches? We offer a plethora of coaching with a specialty in mindset. She wanted help with her career first and then maybe fitness later. The career part was easy. Within, I think 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I got her a new job, an increase of $10,000. You might ask, whoa, $10,000, that's great, right? But salary, okay, it's $10,000 a year. It's not this $10,000 a month. So she's making $10,000 more. She paid me at the time, I think coaching was only $150 a month. And she was like, I just made all this money and I spent $150. It's like the best return for your money. Now we're a little bit more expensive now. Again, you invest in yourself. I had clients that I started when I was doing the 2-week trials when I started the business. People will come in left and right. Oh, we want the 2-week trial. They're motivated. I'm telling you, it was nice. But then when I check in with them in a couple months, oh yeah, I stopped. Oh yeah, I didn't create the discipline because they didn't have any skin in the game. So skin in the game is investing in yourself. And here we are extremely affordable in coaching and session. But again, I understand that not everyone is going to be financially fit because they might feel that if they pay for some coaching, they're not going to be able to do something else in their life, right? So they have to sacrifice. Maybe the sacrifice is I have to not go on a trip with my family or dinner with my wife or something along those lines. It doesn't have to be that drastic. I had a gentleman save up for a whole entire year just to work with me for a month. Great story, great guy. We got him on track, what he needed within that just 1 month, because I knew I had to work fast. It wasn't easy for him, I'll tell you that much. But we got him to where he needed to be in that 1 month. Hard to do when you're not motivated. Motivation can be money. Different people are going to be motivated for different things. Some people are motivated for money. Some people can be motivated because of the absence of money. Some people can be motivated because of accolade. For example, I'll give you this watch if you do really good, if you work really hard, or I'll give you this trip on this cruise. But then there's even some people who don't want the money, who don't want the accolades and the notoriety. They just want to thank you. It's always important, if you're a CEO or boss right now of employees, you learn quick. You learn extremely quick what motivates your person. Is it praise? Is it money? Is it gifts? Think of love language, but for your employees. What is going to motivate them to take more action, be better at their job, and again, to want to stay for the long term? Remember, employees don't quit jobs, they quit bosses. So if you're not a good boss, you're going to find you have a high turnover rate. If you're not good at hiring, you're going to have a high fire rate because you're just hiring the wrong people. Now, regardless of that, motivation to do the best you can each and every day is going to be the aspect of what we need to focus on. Because if you find that you're motivated because of money, well, how can you get more money? So you might be motivated to put in more hours at work because you get more money. Some people, they work 40 hours and then every hour after 40 is time and a half. That could be motivation for you. Some people are motivated because they say, you know what? I am motivated because I want to run this race in a month. So you're super motivated to get in shape and be race worthy by that time that happens. You can be motivated because you're going on vacation. You want to look good, whatever it be. There's different aspects to motivation that you can use, that you can attain. Now, whatever is your motivation, understand that just because you have that motivation today, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be your motivation tomorrow, because the body almost becomes acclimated to it. If money is your reason for motivation, and let's say I keep giving you money, but the work is harder, the days get longer, you get more stressed and more anxious, but the money's still coming, but yet you're not motivated because of the money anymore. Sometimes the things that motivate us are not going to be the things that keep motivating us. So we have to know where we are, number one, and we have to be happy where we are, number two. Discipline is going to give us the push that we need past motivation. Sometimes people are not going to be motivated, as I said. But if you're disciplined, it doesn't matter if you're motivated or not. You develop the habit to do what you said you're going to do, or to be the person that you have to be. Think of a 9-to-5 work. Sunday comes, you're like, oh man, Monday? I know this episode comes out on Monday. Maybe you don't like Mondays. You're like, oh man, Mondays are just sucky. I gotta leave my house, the comfort of my home, to go to work someplace that I don't really like, but I need the job to pay the bills. Okay? You're not motivated to go to work, or you might be motivated to go to work to pay your bills. But what you did there was you actually created the habit of going to work and getting a paycheck. You developed the habit of being in a rat race. When truly what you should do, if you're not happy in your job, you should change it. But many people don't change it because, again, comfort. It's easier to get a paycheck than it is to go earn a paycheck. How can we use motivation to start our own business? I talked about it in a recent blog, how to build a $1 million empire in the evenings. It's literally that. How can you be motivated in the evening time? There's many different options. I mean, I've helped countless people develop evening habits that work for them. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's taking a nap, waking up, getting a little bit of work in. Whatever it is, we find what works for the person. Because I just can't say you need to do this, because you might have a different personality. So that's why getting a coach, reach out to us, revenconcepts.com. and just get a consultation. And at least you can learn what motivates you. It's going to be so important for you to understand that if you don't know it. You might find that what motivated you in the past might not motivate you today, but we grow, we understand, we learn. With that being said, what is discipline? Now, discipline is doing the things that you just have to do. For me, going to the gym Monday through Friday, that's my discipline. Some days I don't feel like it. I understand, but I still push myself to go through it because I understand, hey, this is what I'm committing to. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, whether you like it or not, the podcast is coming out. Tuesdays and Thursdays when we're in season, motivation, emotion. Every Saturday. Sometimes on Saturday, I'm not motivated to do Mindset OD because it's a live show. I still do it. Sunday, the blog comes out, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes I don't feel like writing. There hasn't been a day when the blog hasn't come out because I didn't feel like doing the work. Commitment is going to be greater when you have discipline behind it. The habits come with that. Motivation is not always going to be present, but you can always be disciplined if you decide to be. It's a mindset that many people are not going to want to focus on because it's going to be showing your true colors, okay, your character. Sometimes you're going to feel like sleeping in, it's raining outside and you're like, I don't want to go out. It's raining, it's cold. Like literally, just let me stay in my bed. It's more difficult, especially today when people work from home. It could be difficult for people to take more action, better actions. And regardless of if they take them or not, that can lead to motivation or it can lead to stagnation. We want to avoid stagnation as much as possible. But yes, sometimes you fall into it. Complacency, conformity, comfort, fear. I mean, there's so many different aspects that are going to keep you stuck. But motivation can be the rope, the lifeline, the gasoline, whatever you want to consider it, to push you to the next level, to push you to what you need to do. You just have to figure out what's going to motivate you best. Hopefully, by the time that you start something new, you created the habit and the discipline. So when you don't feel motivated some days, you're still going to do it. I go to the gym 5 days out of the week, if not more. It's minimum 5. Now, out of those 5 days, maybe once a month, I don't feel motivated. 2, maybe if I'm super stressed and super busy with everything else, like I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And sometimes it's hard to do that, especially when my gym regimen is kind of shifted because of my son or something happens with my wife and I have to take her to an appointment. It could be difficult, especially if you have a family. I'm not saying that it's easy to be motivated all the time or to be disciplined all the time. But what I can say is that you need to develop some level of consistency, some level of ownership, and some level of determination that you're going to do the things that you say you're going to be doing. If you can't do this by yourself, get a coach. As I said, they're going to be that person that holds you accountable. Many people, they get a coach because they're looking for someone to hold them accountable. That's what it is. Now we get into the tips that I said that I'm going to be sharing with you. So this is going to be the final bit, and these tips are pretty good. Now, these tips right here are at the end of the blog. If you are trying to find them, if you're trying to maybe paste them on your vision board, if you're trying to make a post on your social media to let people know about Reven concepts, about coaching in session, or just to let people know that you are motivated to make a change in your life. Number 1, use motivation as a catalyst. So let motivation kickstart your journey, but don't rely solely on it. Use it to set clear goals and create a vision of what you want to achieve. That is a tip for motivation. The second tip is going to be build discipline gradually. Just like any skill, discipline can be developed over time. Start small by developing and by setting achievable goals and gradually increasing the level of commitment. For example, you do not have to go to the gym 5 days out of the week. You might say, I'm going to go to the gym 1 day out of the week, or 2 days out of the week, or 3 days out of the week. Some coaches are going to say, you need to go 7 days out of the week, suck it up, deal with it. My advice is to find a coach that you resonate with. For me, it's 5+. Now, when I start people, I always start them at around 3 sessions a week. If that is too much for you, we will go down to just simple walking and call those sessions. It won't be gym sessions or workout sessions, but we work our way up. We build the discipline gradually. Then we get into our tip number 3, cultivate good habits intentionally. Identify the habits that will support your goals and work on incorporating them in your daily routine. Consistency is key. You might find a good habit can be meal prepping, or a good habit can be journaling or meditating. Whatever habit that you decide to create, understand that you need to be consistent with it. And then we get into our last step, and that's going to be stay adaptable. Understand that there are going to be times when you're not motivated or motivation is not that high, and times when it is very, very low and you're like, what do I do? Well, on days when motivation is lacking, lean on your discipline and your habits to keep moving forward. We talked about it in the episode. Discipline and your habits are going to be the replacement for when motivation can't be your prime source of momentum. So like if we take a look at fitness, for example, think of like your glycogen stores, and that's going to be your fast energy. But let's say you run out of glycogen. Maybe that's your motivation. Well, you need to have something that replaces it. Fat stores, muscle, whatever the body is going to need in order to get it, right? So sometimes people, they'll take like a pre-workout or caffeine or something to give them that extra sugar, that extra boost to get through when their motivation is not high. Guess what? They are still disciplined. They still have the habit. They just need a boost. Now, what we do here at Reven Concepts, when someone's lacking in motivation, I just say, send me a text. Send me a text saying you don't want to go to the gym. If I'm available, I'm going to call you. If I'm not available, I'm going to say, well, what's your reason? And if it's something silly like I don't feel like it, or I had a hard day at work, I'm going to say go and then tell me how you feel after. Guess what? You're going to go. You're going to say, I feel good. Most of the time, they're not going to say, I hate you, Michael, for making me go to the gym. First of all, I didn't make you. I just requested that you give it a shot. And then you're going to give yourself a mindset. You're going to create the discipline, the habits. You're going to learn it's not that bad. The brain is going to trick you more than I ever trick you. So guess what? You're better off just growing as you should grow rather than remaining stagnant or not showing up in your day. Motivation can be a tool. It can benefit you in many different aspects of your life. But if you don't know how to use it properly, you're only going to look at motivation. You're going to be one of those people who say, new year, new me. You're going to start getting your gym membership. You're going to sign up for the gym. You're going to show up at the gym for the first month, maybe the first 3 months, and then you're going to fall off in April or something along those lines. And you're going to keep that gym membership for the whole entire year, wasting money. And you're going to give yourself this inclination of, well, I have a gym membership. Maybe I'll go. Maybe you won't too. So what is motivating you? What's holding you accountable? For the people who are motivated in the beginning of the year, or even just looking at last year, 2022, 2023, look at those years. What were your New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions? Ask yourself, did you achieve them? And if you didn't achieve them, ask yourself when you quit them or when you quit on them. Guess what? That's going to give you the key. When do you need help? So you might find that at the end of January, you are going to realize, I need some more motivation in my life. I need someone to hold me accountable, because if I don't have anyone to hold me accountable, I'm going to stop again and have to wait to 2025. That is not how we should be living. We should not be living year to year. We should be living moment to moment. That's less than a day. We can make our life so much fuller than what it is. And I'm not talking about full of BS. I'm talking about full of abundance, people. So if you're trying to change your life, if you're trying to create meaning, if you're trying to be something that can be your success, whatever your success means, it could be simply being financially free. It could be starting your own business. It could be being a good father or mother, whatever it be. Success is individualized to the individual, to you. I don't know what success is for you, but I definitely can tell you. Reach out to us, revenconcepts.com. Sign up for a consultation. I'll tell you what motivates you. I'll tell you what can make you successful. Now, it might be a little bit of trial and error for some people who just truly don't know. I mean, sometimes people come to me and they're like, I don't know. And they just keep saying, I don't know. I'm like, Jesus, you know. Sometimes I have to make rules for some of my clients. I'm like, listen, there's no more I don't knows in this relationship with you and me, because it's not helpful. You know, your subconscious knows. If your subconscious doesn't know, your unconscious knows. And we'll find it. We'll dig deep if we have to. We'll find what motivates you. We'll find what changes you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what type of lifestyle you want, everything you need for your life, for your mindset. It could be as simple as a phone call, simple as a consultation, as simple as watching one of our videos. Keep on listening to the podcast. Maybe you can stay motivated. Maybe you can create the discipline and the habits, but maybe you need something more too. And that is where a coach comes in. That's where a coach shines. Accountability, reliability, and then the aspect of security, the security of attaining something that you dreamed of. If I can tell you right now that you can have your dream, you just have to work for it. Would you work for it? Most people, they will like the idea of working toward it, but they won't apply the commitment to working toward it. But that's everyone's situation. Everyone has the capabilities to reach their dreams, to reach their goals, to reach their destiny. But they might be lacking the motivation. They might be lacking the habits, the discipline, or the idea of what success is for them. So directive can be the key to what you need. And motivation can be the catalyst to start everything. Maybe call it the fuel for the car, the gasoline for the car. Or if you have an electric vehicle, the electricity or the batteries, whatever. Understand, motivation can be used to make great strides in your life, but it's not the only thing to help you get through point A to point Z of your journey. So whatever that journey is for you, take the step today. Motivation might be the start, but it might not be the finish. So discipline and habits are going to be the things that get you there. Can you do it? Of course you can. Will you do it? That's a great question to ask yourself. My name is Michael Rearden. I'm a mindset coach. If you have any questions, email me coachinginsession@gmail.com, and I'll see everyone on the next episode of Coaching in Session. Until then, everyone take care.